Welcome to June. This is 春天了。Welcome to June, and welcome to June. This is 春天了。In the beginning of novel, the pearl represents hope, and today we are going to continue. So, meaning and summary before we continue, move on chapter 6. The pearl, finally, the final transition, chapter 6. In the beginning of the novel, the pearl represents hope. Kino dreamed of education of Cayo Tito, a church wedding, better clothes, and a better future. By chapter 6, the pearl has become a symbol of fear, violence, suffering, and loss. Fear, violence, suffering, and loss. Steinbeck shows how something beautiful can become destructive when surrounded by greed and obsession. So the cost of wealth. Throughout the story, Kino believed the pearl will improve his family life. Instead, he lost his canoe, his house, his safety, his community, and ultimately something far more precious. The novel asks whether material wealth is worth the price paid to obtain it. And fate, choice, and responsibility. Kino makes many choices throughout the novel. Some are courageous, some are stubborn. Steinbeck does not give easy answers. Instead, he asks reader to think about how our decisions shape our life and affect those we love. So, okay, got a point. So, how the decision shape our life and affect those we love. The loss of innocence. By the end of the chapter, Kino and Juana are no longer the simple young parents we met in chapter 1. They have experienced violence, betrayal, fear, and grief. Their innocence is gone. The journey has changed them forever. The journey has changed them forever. Welcome to Jen. Oh, you're truly taught. Hello, friend. You read so well. Thank you. And by the way, yesterday I tested 5 hours. It didn't stop. But yesterday it stopped. I mean, the day before yesterday it stopped. Just let me show you that. And welcome to John. And it's so nice to see you. And I'm not alone anymore. We are together. So right now is I think we met in June, right? Or late May. So right now we have know each other for so long time. And also Pearl is the chapter 6. Right now we are working on the chapter 6. And right now I am quickly review what the Pearl, the change, the transition, the final transition and they have experienced by end of chapter is the last chapter. Okay, so Kino and Juana are no longer Kino and Juana are no longer the simple young parents we met in chapter 1. They have experienced violence, betrayal, fear, and grief. Their innocence is gone. The journey has changed them forever. Return the pearl to the sea. One of the most powerful moments in the novel is the ending. The pearl no longer represents hope. Its promise has been exposed as illusion. Illusion, it means like the picture. It's like something you imagine it. So it's not real anymore. So illusion. Returning it to the sea symbolize let go of obsession. Let go of obsession, objecting greed. So sometimes when we grade, so let's say when we want like when we would like to get something, so if naturally if we naturally get it, it's fine. So if we get it by hard working, it's fine. But break the law, if we break the law and hurt all the people around you to get something, so that means it's not worth it. And let go of obsession and rejecting greed, accepting reality, accepting reality. So what we have, we accept it. And but it depends, right? Sometimes we don't accept reality. So for Kino's case, they should accept reality and find a path towards healing. So the sea become a place of release and closure. And also, here's a discussion question for you. Was a pearl a blessing or a curse? Should this is not question number one. Question number two, should Kino have sold the pearl earlier? Question number three. So let me think about this question. If I were Kino, okay, so if you were Kino, are you gonna sell the pearl in 1,000 peso? It is as big as a seagull's egg. And when some people give you the price, the offer is lower than what you expected. Are you going to accept a lower offer? So I want to think about this question, and I'm think about this question. So if I think something it worth a bigger amount, and people gave me something so tiny, probably I will not accept it too. Yeah, so that's hard. Okay. It's a hard decision. But if you don't accept it, and people might, in this story, and people might hurt you, broke your canoe, and burn your house, and try to kill you, and grab the pearl. So if you were Kino, are you going to sell the pearl at the lower price? Probably I will not sell too. Come in the chat. Come in the chat. Let us know if you are going to sell. If you are going to sell. If you are going to sell the pearl. So Ali Brown 3551. Welcome to join. Come in the chat. Where are you watching from and what is your local time? Here I have a question. If you believe something worth a bigger amount, if you believe something worth a big amount, are you going to sell it when people give you the small low price offer? I'm going to sell it. In the other word, if you are Kino, are you going to sell your pearl? And if you don't sell your pearl, okay? So if you don't sell your pearl, because your pearl is a the pearl of the world is so big, so it definitely is worth a lot. The greedy people might want to kill, to murder, want to do something bad and steal or grab your wealth away. If you sell in a low price, you sell. That's fine. But if you don't sell, bad people might burn your canoe, broke your canoe, burn your house. Okay, let me see your time. Here's in America, 12:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you. Don't sleep too late. I'm glad you joined. So I feel so nice and so comfortable. I'm not alone anymore. I can chat with a friend. And also in the AI age, a lot of things we talk with AI, right? So AI help you do the things. However, however, in the AI age, we still need real people to talk with. So, like right now, if I talk to a Robert, probably I have less interest. So when I talk to the real people, I will feel I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Okay. So, question again. The question again. So that's a discuss question. So, should Kino have sold the Pro earlier? Uh, uh, so in the other way, so if you get an offer much lower price than what you think, than you expected, are you going to accept the offer, or you are going to take the risk and try to pursue, try to find another opportunity? So if you are, I'm going to sell the Pro earlier, 1,000 peso or 1,500 peso. That's a so big Pro. Okay. So the next question, did the Pro change Kino, or did it reveal quality already inside it? Quantity, quality. Did the Pro change Kino, or did it reveal quality already inside him? So probably inside people, inside our heart, we have one is moderate. We can well control. So we are human being. We are not animal. We can control the things. However, inside, deep side, sometimes we are greedy, right? So we are greedy. So since we are human being, so sometimes we need to control. We shouldn't let our greedy out of control. We shouldn't do that. So well control. So the next question, what do you think is the most important lesson of the novel? So since this story have not completely finished, so right now we are on the chapter 6. The chapter 6. So what do you think the most important lesson of the novel? So right now, well, I've not done it yet. And the question number 5 is the ending traffic, is the ending tragic, hopeful, or both? So the ending. So right now we have not reached the ending yet. So think about, is this ending tragedy, hopeful, or both? So the pro, the pro teaches that wealth alone cannot break, bring happiness. Only the wealth cannot bring the happiness. When dream become obsession and greed. When dream become obsession and greed, enter people relationship, even the greatest treasure can lead to loss, because the dream can enter our relationship. Let's say I have a dream, so when I talk to you, it can enter our relationship. Even the greatest treasure can lead to loss. Okay, true wealth is found in family, love, and dignity. Right now, I'm going to talk about the dignity. How about people gave you the bad attitude and didn't respect you, and they don't respect you, treat you bad. So sometimes the dignity make you, if you don't have the dignity, you're not happy, right? So dignity seem like we cannot see it. We cannot see the dignity. So let's say I say something bad to you or your family. I say something bad, I say bad word to you. Okay. So it look like it's intangible, we cannot see. However, when we lose the dignity, when we don't have the dignity, and you are not happy. So sometimes the dignity can also make us feel happy. When we lose the dignity, have no, we don't feel happy, right? So So dignity is a wealth too. Love is wealth. Family is wealth. Love is wealth, and dignity is wealth. Like right now, so it's a wealth. So when I have you as my friend, oh, I feel so happy. So it's kind of wealth. Okay, let me see your answer. I sleep earlier, not sell the pro. Yes, I'll go back to the question. I saw your answer, and not sell the pro. So if the pro as big as the seagull's egg, just now when I without thinking, and I don't have any feeling, but if I stand on Kino's point, so if I have that pro so big, I don't want to sell the pro. I don't want to sell it either. Okay, I don't want to sell it. But sometimes the bad people, they are going to take some action. So whatever the decision, and this noveler, it teach us the wisdom. So sell or not sell. Let's say if they put a gun point to our head, sell or not sell. So but some case we shouldn't sell because we need to maintain our wealth. However, it's depend because the life is so complicated. And just now I talk about the happiness. Okay, Rana. Thank you for your we agree about the pro. Yes. Thank you. I agree it either. So I don't want to sell. Let's say I have very good stuff and you just want to take it for free. Probably we don't want to sell. And sometimes it depend. Okay. Sometimes it depend. So the question. Okay, I talk about the dignity. Okay, the dignity. Sometimes the dignity is a wealth too. So when you have the dignity, when you have the reputation, and sometimes the dignity make you happy, right? And on other case, the dignity and the reputation can make money, right? So if you have a very popular, very good brand, so if you are a very upright person, and it is a trust. So when we do the business, and we can do the business because you trust me, I trust you. Let's say if you say you want to help me something, and I will believe. But some of the like a scam on the internet, they say they are going to help me. They say they would like my bank account, and they ask me give them my bank account number, and they say they want to give me money, and probably because no trust, right? So no business. We don't do business. So the dignity, reputation, trust, and the trust. So this seem like the intangible. However, sometimes it make us feel comfortable because I have people I have a friend I can trust. So it can build up the happiness. And sometimes it can make the money. So when you trust something, when you do the business, and it's a win-win, right? So if you don't trust, probably that's a real business. Right now, there's lots of scam. We know that, right? So sometimes it's not a scam because no trust. We don't do business with a stranger because no trust. Sometimes I talk about it depends sometimes. So sometimes the dignity, trust, reputation, it can bring us not only happiness, but also money and make us rich. Let's say when I want to do something, oh, you trust me, and then uh, it can bring happiness and we do business and we help each other, we support. Okay, so I explain I interpret the dignity, reputation, trust, that kind of things, and wisdom. Okay, sometimes the wisdom is a wealth too, because if you're smart, you make the right decision, It can not only sometimes save your life and sometimes make money because you are smart to make a right decision. Sometimes it can bring the happiness or sometimes make you to be successful, and sometimes it make you rich because you make a right decision, right? Can I ask you a little favor? Can I? I'm ready. Go to your question. Yes, business can be. Can I see your long hair? We agree about. Can I see your long hair? I don't have a long hair now. Right now, I have a short hair. My hair. I get my hair. I cut off my hair and cut it longer. So right now I have a short hair. No long hair now. And no long hair. So when it grow longer, and then you can see. And or maybe later, I can when I do the live stream, I can open up my hair and lose it so that you can see the hair pull down on my shoulder. The next question, yes, business can be friendly, but business can also be treacherous. Yes, so it's better to make a business to do the business with the in a nice environment. So some of the business is involve the cheat, right? The conceive involve the cheat. So they cheat us, the thing not worth that much, and then they sell us in a high price. So sometimes the business uh, is not as friendly as what we think, but sometimes is friendly. So it's nice to do business with a trust. So I know I spend money buy something, I know it worth it. Okay, or we have if sometimes we don't agree each other, and we can if we don't agree each other, we can negotiate, right? So when we negotiate, we can follow the agreement. So that is still fine too. So we need to have a skill. Just now I talk about the wisdom, right? The wisdom can make the money. So when we smart enough, we can make the right decision. We can nicely persuade the people and also nicely and kindly, right? Mm. And also peace can be the wealth. Peace can, just now I talk about true wealth. It's not just money. So family, love, dignity, wisdom, and peace rather than material possessions. So peace can be the wisdom because of peace, when we have a peaceful mind, we can spend time to learn. We can spend time to make money. If we have a peaceful time, and then we can spend time to learn and make money. But if we don't have the peaceful, the fighting life, fighting life sometimes is a lose-lose because one want to win you and you want to win him, and people want to kill each other. Um, but still, it depends. And then sometimes in a business we have a competition, right? But a lot of times, and a peace can be a good peaceful life can be a good thing. Fighting might make money, but it's so here I want to say depend. Okay, so true wealth is found in family, love, dignity, wisdom, and peace rather than material possession. So we need to learn something. Let me check your. Can I ask you along here? Oh, so that's uh is a really great 5321. I don't have long hair now. So maybe one day I pull it off. So welcome to John. Come in the chat. Where are you watching from, and what is your local time? It is nice to meet you, and we are not alone. Um, we are not alone, we are together. So in AI age, I'm glad we have a chance to chat a little things. It's very peaceful. It's very peaceful. The answer the answer no right and wrong, but sometimes we can make, I wish we can make a smart decision. Sometimes the answer no right and wrong, but I hope we can make a smart decision and a smart choice. Okay, so this is our we quickly review the uh the chapter from the peaceful life, and right now to struggled, violence, um fear, betrayal, violence, fear, and a grief life. So it's originally the pearl, it can represent the hope. The pearl represent the hope, and right now it look like it imply the violence, betrayal, fear, and grief. And before we move to continue chapter 6, I'm going to share my composition. It is my little pearl. My little pearl is inspired from chapter 1, and Juana always sing the ancient song when he comforted the baby, right? So my little pearl, and also Kino always sing the song of the family, and because he this novel combined with the music. When Kino feel happy, happy family life, his mind is going to sing the song of the family. And when he feel bad or something, like struggle, and his mind is going to sing. His head is going to sing the song of the enemy and the song of the evil. And when he want to find out the pearls, he very surprised if that one in oyster, something oyster, the pearl is inside it. So here's some technical things. So you know how the pearl was grow, right? So probably you know more. You can comment in the chat and share with us how the pearl grow, how the pearl exists, how we find the pearl. So comment in the chat. So let's say when Kino want to sing all this pearl, and it's a big pearl. So at that time I compose the song of the maybe. So now I'm gonna, before we move to continue chapter 6, continue chapter 6, we're going to sing the song of the family and my little pearl. Any questions? Okay, so now I'm going to sing the song of the pearl. Also, welcome to join. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Comment in the chat. Comment in the chat. Um, comment in the chat. And the in your head, are you gonna sing the song of the family? I'm gonna sing the song of the family, or the song of the maybe, or song of the evil. Let me share my thought. So when I am very very young, actually I don't have at that time I was very naive. Okay, so that's another story. Very naive. Oh, a lot of beautiful dream in my head. So let me sing the song of the family. The song of the family, My Little Pearl. There's two songs for this novel. And also, right now we have already have three songs, and maybe in the future we can have the concert, have the concert to sing the pearls. The theme, the concert theme will be the pearl, something like that. And we have the three song. We have three song. The song of the family, the My Little Pearl, and Song of the Enemy, the Song of the Evil, and uh, maybe song, the song of maybe. Okay, now I'm going to sing, before we move on to the chapter 6, I'm going to sing My Little Pearl, the song of song of the family. Ready? Welcome to join. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Welcome to John. And after that, we're going to continue chapter 6. So chapter 6 will be the ending of the story. After that, we are going to continue chapter 6. Okay. Sleep, little one, close to my heart. Safe in the night, warm in the sun. Sea whispers low, stars softly shine. Moon guides your dream, wind gently rest. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, love evermore. Ah, 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 sleep, my child. Ah, 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 safe and warm. Sea and sky, watch all now. Heart and hope hold you close. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha, dream and grow. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha, my little pro. So this is my little pro. Just now I sing in a little low key. Now I'm gonna sing change the key. Welcome to John. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. This is a song of the family and my little pro. Just now I sing low key, now I sing a little higher. And also, right now I move my piano to the keyboard to other room. So if I don't move, I can play and sing. But right now I need too much setting. So right now I'm going to sing without music. So if I put it here, and one day I can have the concert, right? I can have the piano song concert, and the theme is a pearl or the wealth, and it's a blessing to all of you. It's a wealth and the pearls and the wealth. Okay, so now I'm gonna sing. Now I'm gonna sing. Song of the family. Song of the family, my little pro. Raise the tone a little higher key. Sleep, little one, close to my heart. Safe in the night, warm in the sun. Sea whisper low, stars softly shine. Moon guides your dream, when gently rest. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Love from the first, love evermore. I'm wrong. Sleep, my child. Say my warm, sea and sky. What you know, heart and hold you close. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha, dream and grow. Ah ha ha, ah ha ha, my little pro. Welcome to John. Come in the chat, and don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Okay, now it's time to move to chapter 6. Now it's time to move to chapter 6. Okay, before we move to chapter 6, I'm going to connect the previous paragraph so that the two live stream can link together, so you will not get lost. And Kino fled. He knew what would happen. A little way along the road, the trackers would become aware that they had missed the path. And they would come back searching and judging. And in a little while, they would find the place where Kino and Huana had rested. From there, it would be easy for them, this little stone. The fallen leaf. So here, from there, it would be easy for them, this little stone, the fallen leaf, and the whipped branch. Whipped branch. Whipped branch. The whipped branch. So they have been flogged or beaten with a whip. Whipped. So whipped has been flogged or beaten with a whip. So they have messed the branch. So when we walk somewhere, so they touch the branch so that the tracker will find them. This little stone, the fallen leaf, and the whipped branch, the scuffed place. Scuffed is a scraper or brush the surface of shoes or other object against something. Scratch, like a scratch, okay? Scuffed. Scrape or brush the surface, brush the surface, brush the surface of shoes or some object against something. Okay, brush it, scuffed. Scuffed place where a foot has slipped. Kino could see them in his mind, sleep, sleeping along the track, when whining a little with eagerness, whining, complain, whining. Whining make a long and high-pitched cry or sound. So like the high-pitched cry or sound. So let's complain loudly. They make a long, high-pitched cry or sound. So they say something, they cry or make the sound is something like the complaint. Okay. And whining the little with eagerness, and behind them, dark and half interested. And dark and half interest. Half interest means they don't care much. Half interest. Half interest. Half interest and a horseman with a rifle. Rifle like the gun, like rifle, a little, I think you know the gun. Rifle is kind of a gun, it's a weapon. So the horseman with a rifle, his work would come last, for he would not take them back. He would not take them back. Oh, the music of evil sung loud in Kino's head. So here, the evil song, the song of the evil, sung loud in Kino's head. It sung with one of it sung with one of heat. The wine of heat and with the dry ringing of snake rattle. It was not large and overwhelming now, but secret and poisonous, and the pounding of his heart gave it undertone and rhythm. Okay, so right now, Kino, his heart start to beat. Okay, the secret and poisonous and the pounding of his heart gave it undertone and rhythm. So seem like it is not a good sign, it's a bad sign. Something bad. Let me see. Can I ask you later? Hey, Elia Brown. Nice to see you. I should book more into this story. Oh, look, I should look more into this story. So, follow me. Follow me. The goal in AIH. We sometimes do you remember I mentioned about the philosophy? Sometimes slow is slow, fast is fast, but sometimes slow is fast, fast is slow. So from this story, we try to know how to be wise and what when we need to accept the offer, when we need to reject the offer. We need to be smart, we need to clever, or we need to be smart, okay? And they gave me the low offer in your job. Sometimes they gave you a low offer. Are you going to take the low offer, or you are going to take the risk and find another opportunity? What is the choice? So when we started this, so we are going to sometimes when you take the risk, find another opportunity. For example, sometimes you have a stable work, but sometimes they give you a low offer, but it's stable. But if you challenge it to a high salary job, probably you're going to be laid off soon, right? So how to be smartly find the choice. And you need to know, you need to make a smart choice. You need to stable work, or you need to the advanced skill, or you need the uh, or you need the challenge. So if you're so young, you want to challenge the new world, right? So it really depends, and we need to make the smart decision. So So we are going to be in AI age. We are not alone. We try to be smart, and we talk about the philosophy. We do something slowly. If we win the wisdom, it's going to teach you um, in the future make a better choice, and you will think, oh, Kino get they gave the Kino the low offer. Will Kino get it? Accept the offer? Okay, think about it. Hi, Jasmine Maria. Hello from Brazil. Hey, nice to see you. Welcome to join and come in the chat. Where are you watching from and what is your local time? It's so nice to see you all and thank you for your support. And don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. So this is a really amazing story, and we spend time. And sometimes you say, "Oh, I'm too busy," but I'm pretty sure it is a peaceful and is a friendly environment, and you are not alone. So just now we mentioned about if you have a peaceful life, sometimes it's a true words too. Okay, so peaceful life is true words, true wealth, and also if you have dignity, it's a wealth. So how about you live an environment and the people put you down, step you down. They put the foot on your body. Oh, no dignity, right? So it definitely is not. You will not be happy. We will not be happy, and you will not be happy too. So dignity is also is a kind of wealth. Is wealth. So just now we review the previous the story we have learned, and now we're going to move on. We're going to move on to see what happened the next. Come in the chat, come in the chat, and where are you watching from, and what is your local time? Welcome to join. The way began to rise. You know, the way began, you know, the road, right? So it's a mountain. The way began to rise. As it did, the rock grow larger. The way began to rise. As it did, the rock began to grow larger. So when they run up, the stone, the rock, grow larger. But now Kino had put a little distance between his family and the tracker. So that means the distance between Kino and the tracker, right now there's some distance now. Now Kino had put a little distance between Kino's family and the tracker. There's some distance between his family. He put a little distance between his family and the tracker. Now on the first rise, he rested. So he rested. He climbed a great boulder boulder mean boulder, okay? Boulder is a large rock, typically one that has been worn smooth by erosion. So it's not with a lots of the stretch out everywhere, harsh surface. So that is normally is a smooth surface. Okay, so a large rock typically one that has been worn smooth by erosion. And look back over the shimmering country. But he could not see his enemy. So he cannot see his enemy. Now even the tall horseman riding through the brush. So even the tall horseman riding through the brush. So the horseman, he should see the enemy now, right? But he cannot see anybody. Even the horseman is, sit on the back of the horse, cannot see. So riding through the brush, and Juana had squatted in the shade of boulder. Boulder, the large round surface, smooth surface, stone. Okay, and Juana squatted in the shade of the boulder. She raised her bottle of water to Coyotito's lip. So he raised a bottle of the water, like the drink water. His little dried tongue sucked greedily at it. So here, she raised a bottle of water to Coyotito's lip. His little dry tongue sucked greedily at it. She looked up at Kino. When he came back, he saw him examine her ankle. She saw him examine her ankle, cut and scratched from the stone and the brush, and covered them quickly with her skirt. So his ankle, his the joint part, right? His ankle, um, he saw him examine her ankle, cut and scratched from the stone and a brush, and covered them quickly with her skirt. You know the skirt, and his ankle was scratched by the stone, scratched by the stone, and then he moved inside the skirt to cover them quickly with the skirt. So the skirt covered the ankle, the foot. Then she handed the bottle to him, but he shook his head. He shook his head. Her eyes were bright in her tired face. Her eyes were bright in her tired face. Kino moistened his cracked lip with his tongue. So moistured like this. Moistured his cracked lip with his tongue. So let's go back to this one in a row. Okay. The wave began to rise as it did the rock. The wave began to rise, and as it did the rock grow larger, but now Kino had put a little distance between his family and the trackers. Now on the first rise, he rested. He climbed great boulders and looked back over the shimmering country, but he could not see his enemy, not even the tall horseman riding through the rush. Juana Juana has squatted in the shade of the boulder. She raised her bottle of water to Coyotito's lips. His little dry tongues sucked greedily at it. She looked up at Kino when he came back. She saw him examine her ankles, cut and scratched from the stone and a brush, and she covered them quickly with her skirt. Then she handed the bottle to him, but he shook his head. Her eyes were bright in her tired face. Kino moistened his cracked lips with his tongue. Now let's move to next. Juana, he said, I will go on and you will hide. I will lead them into the mountains, and when they have gone past, you will go north to Loreto or to Santa Rosalia. Then, if I can escape them, I will come to you. It is the only safe way. So they want to play the trick. So Kino will go on, and Juana will and her baby will hide. And Kino will lead them into the mountain, and Juana will go north to Loreto or to Santa Rosalia. Okay, so and then if Kino can escape them, he will come to them, to his family, and is the only safe way. Okay, let me redo it again. Juana, he said, I will go on and you will hide. I will lead them into the mountains, and then they have gone past. And when they have gone past, you will go north to Loreto or to Santa Rosalia. Then, if I can escape them, I will come to you. It is the only safe way. So they play the little trick. So here's Vicky Moss 5518. Hi, nice to see you. Welcome to join. Come in the chat. Where are you watching from and what is your local time? Right now, Kino want to don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. And right now, Kino want to play the trick. So he lead the bad people to the mountain, and after the bad people pass Juana, his family, Juana and his baby, and Juana will go directly to north, and later on their family will meet together. So they are going to play the trick. They believe this can save their. They believe, this is the only way to only the safe way to survive. Now, the next. She looked full into his eyes for a moment. No, he said, we go with you. Okay, let me redo this one. She looked full, he looked full, he full look into his eyes for a moment. No, he said, we go with you. I can go faster alone, he said harshly. You will put the little one in a more danger. You will put the little one in more danger if you go with me, because they have the baby son called Tito, right? No, said Juana, you must. It is a wise thing that is a wise thing, and it is my wish, he said. No, said Juana. He looked then for weakness in her face, for fears and irresolutions, and there was none. Her eyes were very bright. She shrugged his shoulder, shrugged. His shoulder moved up and down. She shrugged his shoulder helplessly then, but he had taken strength from her. When they moved on, it was no longer panic flight. Okay, so this is the conversation between this young couple. Okay, let me so here is seem like they are very of it's not like fear, look like no longer panic flight. Okay, let's redo this one and try to feel what the author talked about. Okay, let's redo. He looked then for weakness in her face, for fear or irresolution, but there was none. Her eyes were very bright. He shrugged his shoulders helplessly. Then he had taken strength from her. When they moved on, it was no longer panic flight. The country, as it rose towards the mountain, changed rapidly. Now there were long outcropping of granite with deep crevice between, and Kino walked on bare and marked stone when he could and leaped from ledge to ledge. Okay, let's see this one. So there were long outcropping for the outcropping is a short, high-pitched ring sound. So it's originally it says something is a little high-pitched. It's a high-pitched and short and high-pitched. And here it means so there were long outcropping of granite. So that's a stone is going to stretch out granite. Granite is a very hard, granular, crystalline, um, igneous rock consisting mainly of quartz, mica, and feldspar, and often used as a building stone. Granite, 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 okay, the granite. Now there were long outcropping of granite with deep crevices is a narrow opening or fissure, especially in a rock or a wall. So the rock, the crevices. Crevices is a narrow opening, so it's broken a little bit. Now there were long outcropping of granite with deep crevices between, and Kino walked on bared and markable stone. When he could and leaped, from ledge to ledge. So jump from one stone to the other. So ledge here means a narrow horizontal surface projecting from a wall, cliff, or other surface. He jumped from the stone to stone ledge. Okay. He knew that wherever the tracker lost his path, they must circle and lose time before they found it again. Oh, and so he did not go straight for the mountain anymore. He moved in a zigzag. And sometimes he cut back to the south. And sometimes he cut back to the south and left a sign, then went towards the mountain over bare stone again. And sometimes he cut back to the south and left the sign and then went towards the mountain over bare stone again. And the path rose steeply now. The path rose steeply now. The path is not like a flat, it's going to be steep. So that he panted a little as he went. Panted is a breath with short and quick breaths, typically from extension or excitement. Panted. Breath with short. It's not like a deep breath. So it's like the breath with short and quick breath. Okay, let me redo this section and redo this paragraph. The country, as it rose towards the mountain, changed rapidly. Now there were long outcropping of granite with deep crevices between, and Kino walked on bare unmarkable stones when he could and leaped from one ledge to ledge. He knew that wherever the tracker lose his path, they must circle and lose time before they found it again. And so he did not go straight for the mountain anymore. He moved in zigzags, and sometimes he cut back the south and left a sign, and then went towards the mountain over bare stone again. And the path rose steeply now, so that he panted a little as he went. Now we move to the next. The sun moved downward toward the bare stone teeth of the mountain. And Kino set his direction for a dark and shadow cleft in the range. And Kino set his direction for a dark and shadow cleft in the range. So the cleft means fissure or split, especially one in rock or the ground. Is a fissure. Okay, the fissure is a fissure or split. Fissure or split, especially one in rock, especially one in rock or ground, is something open fissure. If there were any water at all, if there were any water at all, it would be there. It would be there where could thin. Okay, let me do this one. If there were any water at all, it would be there where he could see, even in the distance, a hint of foliage. 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 So it's a plant leaf collectively, foliage, foliage. Foliage. A hint of foliage. And if there were any passage through the smooth stone range, and if there were any passage through the smooth stone range, through the smooth stone range, it would be by this same deep cleft. It had its danger. It has its danger. for the tracker would think of it too. Okay, it has a danger, for the tracker would think of it too, but the empty water bottle did not let that consideration enter. And as the sun lowered, Kino and Juana struggled wearily up the steep slope towards the cleft. Okay, let me redo it. Here is some of the knowledge about the water in the mountain, and some analysis. Okay, the sun moved downward towards the bare stone teeth of mountains, and Kino set his direction for a dark and shadowy cleft in the ridge. If there were any water at all, it would be there where he could see, even in the distance, a hint of foliage. And if there were any passage through the smooth tongue ridge, it would be by the same deep cleft. It had its danger, for the tracker would think of it too, but the empty water bottle did not let that consideration enter. And as the sun lowered, Kino and Juana struggled wearily up the steep slope towards the cleft. Now let's move to the next. Now let's move to the next. High in the Greystone Mountain, under a flowing peak, a little spring bubbled out of a rupture in the stone. Frowning. So under the frowning peak. So frowning, normally it means an action, form, an expression of, like here, disapproval and displeasure or concentration, typically by turning down the corner of the mouth. Cool. And here it shows a mountain is like the steeped peak. High in the Greystone Mountain, under frowning peak, a little spring bubbled out. Bubble is saying like a bubble, right? The bubble, inside there's air, the bubbled. It's contained bubbled of air or gas and rising to the surface. Bubbled. A little spring bubbled out of the rupture in a stone. Rupture in a stone. Rupture. Rupture is is a break or burst suddenly. So especially a pipe, vessel, or a bodily part such as an organ, membrane, break or burst suddenly. Rupture. Rupture. It was fed by sheet preserved snow in the summer. It was fed by sheet preserved snow. Sheet preserved snow in the summer, and now and then it died completely, and a bare rock and a dry algae were on its bottom. Algae is a simple non-flowering and typically is a aquatic plant of a large group that includes in the seaweeds and the main single-celled form. Algae contain chlorophyll. Algae contain chlorophyll but lack true stem, root, leaf, and vesicular tissue. Algae. It died completely, and bare rocks and dry algae were on its bottom, but nearly always it gushed out. Gushed out is of liquid flow out in a rapid and plentiful stream, often suddenly. Gushed out. Gushed out. But nearly always it gushed out, cold and clean and lovely. In the time when the quick rain fell, it might become a freshet and send its volume of white water crashing down the mountain cleft, but nearly always it was a lean little spring. Freshet. Freshet, the flood of river from heavy rain or a melted snow. But nearly always it has a lean little spring. A lean little spring. Lean little spring. Okay, let me redo this one. High in the great stone mountain under frowning peak, a little spring bubbled out of a rupture in the stone. It was fed by shade-preserved snow in the summer, and now and then it died completely, and bare rocks and dry algae were on its bottom. But nearly always it gushed out, cold and clean and lovely, in a time when the quick rain fell might become a freshet and send its column of white water crashing down the mountain cleft, but nearly always it was a lean little spring. It's very good writing. Okay, it bubbled out to a pool and then fell 100 feet to another pool. And this one overflowing dropped again so that it continued down and down until it came to the rubble of the upland. Rubble is waste and rough fragment of stone, brick, concrete, etc., especially as debris from the demolition of building. Until it came to the rubble of the upland and where it disappeared altogether. There, there wasn't much left of it then anyway. There wasn't much left of it then anyway, for every time it fell over and escapement, the thirsty air drank it. If escarpment, a long, steep slope, especially one at the edge of plateau or separating area of land at a different height. Escarpment. Every time it flew over the escarpment, the thirsty air drank it, and it splashed from the pool to the dry vegetation. The animals from miles around came to drink from the little pool, and the wild sheep and the deer, the puma and Pumas. Pumas, a large American wild cat with a plain tawny and a grayish coat. Tawny and a grayish coat. Pumas. Pumas. Raccoon is a grayish-brown American mammal that was a fox-like face with a black mask and a ringed tail. Raccoons and the mice and all came to drink. And the bird which spent the days in the brushland came at night to the little pool that were like a step in the mountain cleft. Here, that were like steps in the mountain cleft. Beside this tiny stream, wherever enough earth collected for root hold. Beside this tiny stream, wherever enough earth collected for root hold, wherever enough earth collected for roots hold, colonies of the plant grow, wild grape and little palm, maidenhair fern, maidenhair fern, hibiscus is kind of flower, a plant of the mallow family, grow in warm climate for its large, brightly colored flower, or for product such as fiber or timber. Hibiscus. high biscuit. And tall pampas grass. Pampas grass. So that is it is extensive treeless plain in South America. Pampas. And the tall pampas grass with feathery rod raised above the spike leaf. Feathery rod raised above rod is a thin straight bar, especially of wood or metal. Rod. Okay. Raised above the spike leaf. Spike leaf. Is a thin spike. A thin pointed piece of metal, wood, or another rigid material. Okay. And in a pool, leave the frog and water skater. Skater is a person who skates especially on ice. And in the pool, leave the frog and the water skater. It's kind of water skater is something live inside the water. Okay, water skater. And a water worm. Crawled on the bottom of the pool. Everything that loved water came to this few shallow place. The cat took their prey there. And straw feather straw feather, so is scattered or spread things and is untidily over a surface or sea. Strewed. The cat took their prey there and strewed feather and lapped water and lapped water. Lapped water. The cat took their prey there and strewed feather and lapped water through their bloodied teeth. Strewed feather and lapped water through their bloody teeth. The little pool was a place of life because of the water, and a place of killing because of the water too. Okay, let's redo this one. There's a lot of things. It bubbled out into a pool and then fell 100 feet to another pool. And this one overflowing dropped again so that it continued down and down until it came to the rubble of the upland, and there it disappeared altogether. There wasn't much left of it then anyway, and every time it fell over escarpment, the thirsty air drank it, and it splashed from the pool to the dry vegetation. The animal from mile around came to drink from the little pool, and the wild sheep and the deer and the pumas and the raccoons and the mice all came to drink, and the birds which spent the day in the brushland came at night to the night pool that were like a step in a mountain cleft, because beside this tiny stream, wherever enough earth collected for root hold, colonies of plant grow. Wild grape and little palm, million here firm, hibiscus, and tall pampas grass with feathered rod raised above the spike leaves, and in a pool lived frog and water skater, and water worms crawled on the bottom of the pool, and everything that loved water came to these few shallow places. The cat took their prey there, and strewed feathers and lapped water through their bloody teeth. The little pools were a place of life because of the water, and a place of killing because of the water too. Oh, that's very good writing. I like the way the author writes. Now let's move on. The lowest step where the steam collected before it tumbled down 100 feet and disappeared into the rubbly desert was a little platform of stone and sand. The lowest step where the stream collected before it tumbled down 100 feet and disappeared into a rubble desert was a little platform of stone and sand. Only a pencil of water Only a pencil of water fell into the pool, but it was enough to keep the pool full and to keep the firm green in the underhand of the cliff. And a wild grape climbed its stone mountain, and all manners of little plant found comfort there. The freshet had made a small sandy beach through which the pool flowed, and a bright green watercress grew in the damp sand. Watercress is a cress that grows in running water and whose pungent leaves are used in salad. Pungent have a sharply strong taste or smell. The beach was cut. Let me redo this one. The freshet has made a small sandy beach through which the pool flowed and a bright green watercress grew in the damp sand. The beach was cut and scarred and padded by the feet of animals that had come to drink to hunt. Okay, let me redo this one. The lowest step where the stream collected before it tumbled down the 100 feet and disappeared into a desert. Rubbly desert was a little platform of stone and sand. Only a pencil of water fell into the pool, but it was enough to keep the pool full and to keep the fern green in the underhand of the cliff. And the wild grape climbed the stone mountain, and all manner of little plants found comfort there. The freshets had made a small sandy beach, through which the pool flowed, and the bright green watercress grew in the damp sand. The beach was cut and scarred and padded by the feet of animals that had come to drink and to hunt. Next. Okay, the next. The sun had passed over the stone. The sun had passed over the stone mountain. The sun had passed over the stone mountains when Kino and Juana struggled up the steep, broken slope. And came at last to the water. From this step, they could look out over the sun-beaten desert to the blue Gulf in the distance. From this step, they could look out over the sun-beaten desert to the blue Gulf in the distance. They came utterly weary to the pool, and Juana slumped to her knees. And first washed Coyotito's face, and then filled her bottle and gave him a drink. And the baby was weary and petulant. Petulance means of a person or their manner, childishly, sulky, or bad-tempered. Childishly. Petulant. Petulant. And the baby was weary and petulant, and he cried softly until Juana gave him her breast, and then he gurgled. He gurgled and clucked against her. Gurgled means make a hollow, bubbling sound like that made by water running out of a bottle. So gurgled. Make the sound. He gurgled and clacked against her. Clacked against her. Clacked is make a short and it's a short sound. Okay. And clacked against her. Kino drank long and thirstily at the pool. For a moment, then he stretched out beside the water and relaxed all his muscles and watched Juana feeding the baby. And then he got to his feet and went to the edge of the step where the water slipped over. And he searched the distance carefully, his eyes set on a point, and he became rigid. Far down the slope, he could see the two trackers They were little more than dot, or curry, or skewering ends. Skewering. Scurry. Of a person or a small animal move hurriedly with a short, quick step. Scurrying. Or scurrying ant, and behind them a large ant. Okay, let me redo this one. The sun has passed over the stone mountain. When Kino and Juana struggled up the steep, broken slope and came at last to the water. From this step, he could look out over the sun-beaten desert to the blue gulf in the distance. They came utterly weary to the pool, and Juana slumped to her knees and first washed Coyotito's face and then filled her bottle and gave him a drink. And the baby was weary and petulant, and he cried softly until Juana gave him her breast. And then he struggled and then he gurgled and clucked against her. Kino drank long and thirsty at the pool. For a moment, he stretched out beside the water and relaxed all his muscle and watched Juana feeding the baby. And then he got to his feet and went to the edge of the step where the water slipped over. And he searched the distance carefully. His eyes set on a point, and he became rigid. Far from the slope, he could see the two trackers. They were little more than dot, and skirring ants, and behind them a large ant. Juana had turned to look at him, and she saw his back stiffen. Juana had turned to look at him, and he saw his back stiffen. Stiffen is make or become stiff or rigid. How far? She asked quietly. They will be here by evening, said Kino. He looked up the long, steep chimney of the cleft where the water came down. We must go west, he said, and his eye searched the stone. They were here. They will be here by evening, said Kino. He looked up the long, steep chimney. Chimney is a vertical channel or pipe that conducts smoke or combustion gases up from a fire or a furnace and typically through the roof of the building. So here, you look up the long, steep chimney of the cleft where the water came down. We must go west, he said. His eye searched the stone shoulder and his eyes searched the stone shoulder behind the cleft. And 30 feet up on the gray shoulder, he saw a series of little erosion caves. He slipped off his sandal. He slipped off his sandals and clambered up to them. Clambered up to them. Clambered is climb, move, or get in or out of something in awkward and laborious ways, typically using both hand and feet. Clambered. Clambered up to them, gripping the bare stone with his toe. Gripping. Gripping. Firmly hold the attention or interest. Exciting. Okay. Gripping the bare stone with his toe, and he looked into the shadow caves. They were only a few feet deep. Wind hollowed scoop. They were only a few feet deep, wind hollow scoop. Wind hollow scoop. But they sloped slightly down and back. But they sloped slightly downward and back. Kino crawled into the largest one and lay down and knew that he could not see from the outside. Quickly, he went to Juana. Okay, so let's move back. So here's look like it's very it touch the it's draw the attention. They make us feel it's very serious. the people want to escape from the bad people. They will be here by evening, said Kino. He looked up the long, steep chimney of the cleft where the water came down. We must go west, he said, and his eyes searched the stone shoulder behind the cleft, and 30 feet up on the gray shoulder, he saw a series of little erosion caves. He slipped off his sandals and clambered up to them, gripping the bare stone with his toe, and he looked into the shallow cave. They were only a few feet deep, wind-hollowed school, but they sloped slightly downward and back. Kino crawled into the largest one and lay down, and knew that he could not be seen from the outside. Quickly, he went back to Huanna. Oh, Mashit, hi, nice to see you. Welcome to June. So right now, it's a very exciting moment. So they would like to escape. Kino and Juana would like escaped from the tracking. They would like, flee away from the tracker. So right now they find the cave and is they from outside the tracker to make sure from outside the tracker cannot see them. Nice to see you. Welcome to June. And don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Thanks for watching. And let me see. Comment in the chat. Comment in the chat where are you watching from and what is your local time. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Welcome to June. Okay, so I think uh, today we have a very critical period. The time, the moment we go over, it make us feel lots of stress and attention too. Um, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. So, any questions? Okay, so now I'm going to quickly review. Originally, Kino Coyotita Baby Son and Juana live a happy and peaceful life. And also we have the composition of the son of the family and My Little Pearl. And after they get the pearl as big as a seagull, is a pearl of the world, the life, all of the sudden the life changed. Priest start to think about them. And the shopkeeper start to link their life to Kino, and also the doctor and their neighbor. All the people start to link their life with Kino, and his neighbors start to think about Kino's life, the future. He start to think about that, and you know, the pearl buyer, they provide the low price offer, and Kino didn't accept it, and he would like to sell the pearl in the capital city. And however, their canoe was broke, their house was burned, and the bad people, they would like to take away the pearls, and it's a tragedy, and they escaped. They flee away from the village, and they would like to go to the capital city of the capital to sell the pearl. And right now, they find Kino. All of the sudden, see the three bad guy follow them to walk. The walk and look and research and look at the ground carefully, and the other one ride on the horse. So they try. Although Kino want to uh, clean the mark. However, the tracker had the experience. They would still find they still trace Kino's family. And right now, Kino find the water, go to craft, and after the craft, they find the water, and from the rock, Kino still see the bad people, the bad tracker follow them, and then they find the cave, and then they hide there. And today we will stop here, and I gave you the, and then I gave you the quick summary, quick summary about it. Any questions? Ah, and since when you hear the story, look like it's a very dangerous situation. It's a very dangerous situation, and I will and I take this opportunity. I'm going to do something relaxing things. I hope my piano is here, and then the keyboard is here. I can play and sing, but the keyboard is in the other room. So I'm going to let me share. Should I compare thee to a summer day? Should I compare thee to a summer day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough wind to shake the darling, rock wind to darling buds of May. And summer's leaves has all, and the summer's leaves has all too short a day. Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shine. Sometimes too hot the eye of sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shine. Again, sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shine, and often is his good complexion dimmed, and often is good complexion dimmed, and every fear from fear, and every fear from fear, something declined by chance or nature's changing course and trimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of fear thou owest, nor shall death break thou wanders in his shade, when in eternal line to time thou growest. So long as man breathes or eye can see, so long live this, and this gave life to thee. So this is wonderful. If the my keyboard is here, I'm going to play and sing. Now I think I will not sing it. So any questions? So yesterday my keyboard is here. So I play, go to my previous live stream. Go to my previous live stream. You can see the you can listen to the song I played. Also, my line will always cut off, and then yesterday I do the full hour, but yesterday it didn't cut off. It didn't disconnect it. Any questions? Welcome to join. Welcome to join. Come in the chat. Where are you watching from? And what is your local time? Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Share with us where are you watching from and what is your local time. Share with us. And what is your favorite team in the World Cup football game? Any questions? So just now I shared Shakespeare's "Shall I compare thee to a summer day?" Now I'm going to share that Shakespeare's song. I have already composed it to the compose the music for that poem, and now I'm going to sing my other composition, uh, My Little Pearl. Okay, My Little Pearl. Ready? So that you will have a very I don't want you to have a stress and leave the channel. I would like you to have a good relax. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna sing My Little Pearl. Sleep, little one, and close to my heart. Safe in the night, warm in my shawl. Sea whispers low, stars softly shine. Moon guides your dream, wind gently rest. Sleep, little one, dream without fear. Loved from the first, love evermore. Raise a key. Ah, ha, 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 sleep, my child. Ah, ha, 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 safe and warm. Sea and sky, watch you now. Heart and home, hold you close. Ah, ha, 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 dream and grow. Ah, ha, ha. Ah, ha, ha, my little pearl. So this is the lullaby song is simple and sweet. Simple and lovely is the lullaby song. Okay, so I think that's all for the day. Should I compare the so I hope the keyboard is here. Should I compare the summer day? Should I compare thee a summer day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough wind do shake the darling buds of May, and a summer's lease has all too short a day. Okay, the first part. Shall I compare thee? Shall I compare thee to a summer day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough wind do shake the darling buds of May, and the summer's leaves has all too short a day. So I think that's all for the day. Welcome to June. Come in and chat. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe, share. So this angle, comment and like. The angle is not good. So shall I compare thee to a summer day? Shall I compare thee to a summer day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Shall I compare thee to a summer day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough wind do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease has all too short a day. Any questions? Okay, so now I stand up. Just now I sit down. Okay, let me see. Okay, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and like. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.